Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Happiness. So, I'm Chrissy, if you didn't know that already, and it's good to see y'all, or at least talk to you. Um, I'm a lot better than I was on the last podcast episode. But like I said before, this is a journey, and I'm not going to hide from anything I'm going through. You guys are going to know everything, and that's how I want it to be. So today, I want to let you guys in on a little secret. It's not really a secret, but something that helps me when I'm going through those hard times, and that is angel numbers. So, what are angel numbers and what do they mean? So, angel numbers, first, I should back up, okay? The thing is, there are guides on the other side. They are there to help us. They're there to let us know where we need to go next. There to offer us support. If you knew who walked beside you, you would never be afraid again. And I've said that before. I'm going to say it again. And that's what angel numbers are. Angel numbers are there to let us know that our angels are supporting us and we have loving guidance every step of the way. These angels can be our own soul. It can be loved ones who have passed over. It can be ancestors we never even knew we had. It can be random people who are just on the other side who are assigned to be our spirit guides. We also have ascended masters who are there to be our spirit guides. We have people like Jesus, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. There's all kinds of archangels out there. There's all kinds of mystical guides out there. And when we have those divine beings on the other side, it's kind of like it's so mystical and it's so magical and it's so beautiful because they are there to guide us and to help us along the spiritual path. They're there to help us along the spiritual journey and be there to just guide us and help us along the way. So, what are angel numbers? So, angel numbers, they're a sequence of events. They're usually in threes. Sometimes they can be in fours, fives. I've never actually seen them in fives, but they could happen in fives. But most of the time, they're there in threes. Sometimes fours, you might hear people talk about the numbers 1111. You hear people say a lot of times, oh, it's 1111. You need to make a wish. But most generally, you can also see it like 111 is another big one that people see, but normally it's in threes. So, where do you see these? Where do you see these angel numbers? So you can see them anywhere. Most often, people see them on clocks. That's one of the most common places people will see angel numbers. You oftentimes will also see them on license plates. You can see them in the like money you get back from, like when you go to a gas station or a store, and your total could be $1.11, or it could be, $22.22, or it could be, any myriad. Myriad, is that a word? Myriad? Myriad? I don't know. You know what I'm saying, trying to say, right? Um, it could be any combination of those numbers. And oftentimes when we see them, they have a divine message for us. And sometimes that divine message is just to let go and trust that we are being guided and everything that we desire is on our way. And many of these angel numbers come with different meanings. Now, having said that, it's also important to understand what you're thinking about when you see them. So, and another thing too is oftentimes, we often see them like throughout the day. If you see them more than three times, then it's definitely a sign. More than like if you're constantly seeing them like 111, 1111, or 222, any of those things, it's often definitely a sign, especially if you're seeing them in different places. So you don't just see them on a clock, but you driving behind a car, you see them on a license plate, you see them in the total of money that you owe, you see them in a multitude. Maybe that's the word I was looking for. Multitude, maybe, I don't know. But you see them in a multitude of different places. So Okay, why do you see them? Well, oftentimes it's specific moments in your life. So when you're going through something, when you're going through something, you're facing a challenge, making an important decision, seeking clarity about something, trying to manifest something, that is oftentimes when you see them. I've already told you where you can see them at. So let's talk about what angel numbers you might see and how you know they are bringing you absolute messages. Okay. So let's look here. I've got some notes here, so just bear with me because I don't want to forget anything. Oftentimes I don't do a lot of notes, but I oftentimes do because I just don't want to forget anything, you know? Okay. So here we go. 111, 111, and 1111. Either one. It is a most powerful manifestation number. It is the most spiritual number there is. It means that your thoughts are aligning with what you want. Your thoughts are manifesting at rapid speed. Do not shy away when you see 111 and 1111. It means you're on the right path. You're in alignment with your desires. Your thoughts are manifesting what you everything that you want is manifesting. You are doing everything you're supposed to do. Again, this can show up in clocks. This can show up on license plates. It can show up in the total at the store that you have to pay, or the change that you're getting back, or your bank account. Anywhere that you see numbers, these numbers could show up. So 101 is manifestation number, and just you're on the right path. Okay, so the next one is 222. So again, threes or fours. This is balance, harmony, relationships, encouragement to maintain faith, collaborations. That's what this could mean. Collaborations are coming. It's balance, it's harmony. Now, another thing to remember here too, and I might have already said this, but as you're looking through the angel numbers, as you are seeing them in your everyday life, just remember that it also depends on what you're thinking about at the time that you see these angel numbers, okay? So just remember that. It's really important. So number three. So when you see triple threes, it's divine guidance. It is one of the Holy Trinity numbers. It is a call to us express your authentic self. It is encouragement to align your mind, your body, and your spirit. So again, a very spiritual number. This is all about it can be about balance, but it's also about guidance and support and your authentic self. Okay. 444, this is the number when you look at astrology, this is like the house of family. So this is can have to do with family a lot. It can also have to do with building. So you're building something magical right now. This can also, it's just, a number to trust the process, which they are all numbers to trust the process, right? It's protection, it's reassurance, it's building, it's home, it's family. Like all of those things have to do with the number four. It is a very, very powerful number. Five. Oh, my number fives. Five is the wild card number, which I like five because it's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in tarot cards. It's kind of like just the wild card. You don't know what you're gonna get when you see the number five. It can be major life changes. Oftentimes it is major life changes. But when you see five, that's not a sign to be afraid. It's a sign that you're on a path of changes and evolution and growth and healing, right? It's a call to embrace the transformation, step out of the comfort zone. It's a very fun number. It's encouragement to release what no longer serves you. It's like, here I am. I'm stepping into my power. I am a fucking badass bitch. And this is where we're going from here. It's a really, really cool and fun number. I love number five. Number six. Number six was actually the number that I began to see when I was starting my spiritual path. And I didn't know I was on my spiritual path, but I began seeing sixes everywhere. I actually would see them double. Like, so sometimes, like, occasionally you can see just like a double number that's like shows up all the time. And that can be like a sign. But I started seeing them everywhere, like triple sixes, quadruples. And, we hear this, there's this like whole wives' tale that like six is the number of the beast and it's the number of the devil and all the things. But that's not necessarily the true. Just because you see sixes does not mean it's a bad omen. Sixes can just mean your angels are supporting you. It is a call of support. It is a reminder to find balance. Again, here's the word balance between, but this is more between like the spiritual world and the material world. It's a call to release the fears and the negativities. It's encouragement to focus on your self-care and your growth. So when you see the number six, again, this was a number that was very big for me when I began my spiritual path because I was seeing sixes everywhere. And I was like, holy shit, but I was in the most toxic relationship that like anybody should have ever been in. And I began seeing the sixes like show up everywhere. I was like, holy shit, what is this? And of course, later on, I found out that it was just my angels were supporting me every step of the way. They were there to guide me, and I just had to see it. So it was a really powerful experience in my life. So I wanted to share that with you. Sevens. Oh, my sevens. Sevens is another fun number. This is the spiritual awakening number. This is the number you will see this if when you begin. So after I did the sixes and after like I went on that journey, when I started realizing I was on a spiritual awakening journey and I understood what all of that meant, I began to see sevens everywhere. It was the coolest thing ever. This is can be a sign that like you're on the right path, your efforts are being recognized right now. It's encouragement and to seek deeper spiritual truths and what does this world mean? What is the purpose of life? All of the things. It can also mean it can be like a hermit phase. So when you look at like numerology, for example, and you look at the things in numerology of like what is your personal year, what is your, all of those things. Like seven is the spiritual awakening year. It is the deep growth and transformation year. So when you see sevens, it can also mean spiritual growth and evolution. And you're going through a spiritual awakening, which is like so fucking cool, right? Like, if you want to know what that is, just go back and listen to some of my earlier podcasts because I talk all about them and they're super cool. So, eight. Oh, my fun eights, my money, um, the money number. This is all about abundance and success and financial prosperity. It's a reminder you're in alignment with your purpose. It is encouragement to continue working hard and let go and just let the flow of abundance flow into your life. So, if you begin to see this number, pay attention to what you're doing. Seriously, pay attention to what you are doing in the world if you begin to see this number everywhere, because this is the number of abundance and prosperity. Now, does that mean you're going to win the lottery if you buy a lottery ticket? No. It could mean that, but that's not necessarily what it means. What it could mean is that whatever you are working on, is the right path that you are supposed to be on. And that path that you're on right now is going to lead to abundance in your life. So pay attention to the number eight. Pay attention to, again, triple eights here. Okay. If you see them on your license, on different license plate numbers, if you see them on the clocks, if you see them on your bank statements, if you see them, I have to keep track of my miles as a home health nurse. I pay attention to the numbers in my car as far as miles. So a lot of times I will see numbers just in my car, like on my like when it tells you how many miles you've drove. So pay attention to all of the places that you see numbers. If you see the triple eights or the quadruple eights, it means that whatever you're doing right now is leading you to abundance and prosperity and joy and happiness. So pay attention. It's a really cool number. So 999, 999 is completion. This is the completion, it's the closure. It's a call to let go of what no longer serves you in your growth. So when you start to see nines, which I'll be honest, I have not seen nines that much. It's probably the one number that I haven't seen it. Like I see all the other numbers. I see the 111s and the 1111s more than I see anything. I have seen the eights, I've seen the sevens, I've seen them all, but I have not seen the nines very often. But They can be a call to completion and closure. It's a new beginning, a new start, and it's an encouragement to embrace the new beginnings and align with your soul's purpose. So, this is kind of a number that you would probably see when you're changing paths or changing directions. When you look at numerology and you look at your personal year number, a nine is kind of the point in time where that year for you is usually a point in time where things are starting over. You're letting go of the past and you're, embracing the new beginnings, embracing the new beginnings. So that's the angel numbers. That are the angel numbers. So again, I've already went through 1111. There's multiple other ones. You can also look up numbers such as 1010 and 1212. Again, I haven't looked at all of those. I am just giving you guys the basics of what angel numbers are and what they mean, because when you're going through a hard time, which I've been going through a hard time, this first quarter of the year has been really, really tough on me. It has been about lessons for me. I have Mars going through my first house right now, my house of self, and it has been rough and ready. And like, let's go. Like, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know right now. And it's been a pretty wild ride, a pretty wild ride. And yeah, and so, what I've been through a lot of different areas in my life, especially with relationships that these annual numbers have helped me, because when I see these numbers show up in my life, I realize that I'm not alone. I realize that there is somebody on the other side looking out for me, and it could be somebody I know or knew at one point in time, and it could be a complete stranger. It could just be an ancestor over there, like, hey, Chrissy, I'm here. Like, I've been watching you for 2 decades or whatever, but it means that there is somebody there who's there to guide me, and they're trying to give me answers. And the thing is, the spirits can't talk. Like, they can't communicate with us. They can't literally talk. Like, we can't, we can hear them. Some people can hear them, but like, it's not super common. So a lot of times they just try to communicate with us by signs, by sending us signs. And oftentimes, if signs are angel numbers, oftentimes they can be signs such as a specific bird or a specific picture of something. But angel numbers, they're pretty damn cool. And I just thought I would make a podcast about them and let you guys know what I thought and a little bit of details in what they mean. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I hope you just let go, let the spirit guide you, just let your intuition guide you, and just understand that everything is here for a purpose, and you are all beautiful and you are all loved, and we are all in this together. So, this is Chrissy signing off, and I love you all so much. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook if you guys would like. And until next week, I will see you then. Much love to you all. Mwah.